London Guardian reporter, one of the biggest papers on the globe. He goes over there kind of half jokingly, to do a report on it, finds out just how serious it is. He'd been arrested twice, harassed, followed everywhere. We haven't talked to him. Well, we talked to him Sunday, but and he was getting on a plane Monday, so he couldn't come on. He was on the air. He was in the air when we were on the air. And so now he joins us for the first time since last Friday. Mr. Skelton, give us a quick rundown of what happened to you Friday night when you were on till Monday morning when you left Greece for Bilderberg 2009.
We got 3 hours. Hi, Alex. It's a very long story, but it's a story that I wasn't expecting to happen to me, and it's left me absolutely shattered physically and mentally. I can tell you that, and I'm not exaggerating. I went for a walk in the park.
That only encourages them. Tell them you love it, and actually make yourself love it. Enjoy it. Enjoy it when you get attacked. When I get physically attacked or hacked or threatened to be sued or death threatened, I just love it. Oh, I love it. You have to program yourself to, more. Please continue. Or they'll come. Go ahead.
Well, what happened to me is I was getting so harassed in the resort where the Bilderberg conference was happening over the weekend that I couldn't take it anymore, and I left. And even as I was leaving, I was hailing a cab, and I was held at the side of the road. And they came around me again, asking me what I was doing, checking my name. But this time it was a private security company. I couldn't even leave the resort where Bilderberg was happening. I just wanted to get out of there. I was going to go to Athens. Eventually, I was allowed to go and get into a cab. Went 20 kilometers away to Athens. I get out of the cab, turn around, and there's two guys on scooters just parking up the road, looking at me. And I know it's them. I go off with my rucksack on my back into the streets of Athens. They follow me. I duck in the stairwell. They walk past. And it got more and more extreme, and it ended up with me filing a report at the police station. The police saying, next time this happens, they say we don't know who's following you. Next time it happens, call the police. And I said, I think it is the police. But they said, look, all we can tell you is call the police. So next morning, I'm being followed again. I duck around in different streets. They're following me, coming after me. I know this makes me sound paranoid, but this actually did happen. Eventually, I come around the corner. There's the guy again. I take his photo.
No, but see how your programs stop. Yeah, and then they come up to you and tell you not to. But stop right there.
I grabbed him, and I phoned the police.
But hold on one second. We're going to finish the story when you grab them. Here's how the conditioning works. Every time I'm talking about Bilderberg, they would say it didn't exist. Then when they're spying on you, they say it doesn't exist. And then you're apologizing, saying, I know this sounds crazy, but it really happened. All these reporters caught the same stuff on video happening to them.
Yeah.
But again, there's this preconditioning where it's like you that are bad because you're reporting that this is happening. So again, this is the heavy conditioning. Break the conditioning. You can do it, Mr. Skelton. Go ahead.
No, I know exactly. I'm prefacing pretty much every sentence I speak at the moment with, I know this sounds crazy bad. But, and I know this sounds crazy bad. Anyway, I grab them. We have a tussle in the Greek metro station. And this has gone crazy at this point. I don't know. I'm shouting for the police. I'm shouting help. Police come. I get detained. The other two get waved away. These two guys were starting to give orders to the uniformed police at this point. Anyway, to cut a long story short, the harassment went on. I was told all the way up the chain. I kept pursuing who are these. I kept asking at different departments who is pursuing me. Eventually, I got an appointment. For some reason, they gave me an appointment at the Department of Government Security, and this is a department within the state police for protecting a special secret. Not secret department. Plainclothes detective department within the Greek police for looking after the government and politicians and government buildings. And I went up there. I was given a complete stonewall by them. They said, no, you're not being followed. Have you got the numbers of these people, the bikes they're on? I said, no. I said, I've got photos. Do you want to see these photos? They said, we don't recognize these people. I'm sorry, there's nothing we can do. Your best bet is to file a report. I said, I've filed one already. Next thing I do, I say, all right, I'm off. This hasn't worked out. I say, can I use the loo? They say, yes. I go into the loo, and there in the loo, on the 6th floor of this building, the government security building, is one of the guys that originally followed me in Athens when I got out of the cab.
Of course, it's a big joke to them.
And he looks at me, I look at him, he runs away in the office. He runs away, hides in an office. I'm chasing, I'm shouting, there he is, there's one of the men, I can see him. He's here. I'm shouting, it's absolute mayhem at this point. Detectives are coming out, and I'm led back up into the office, and the captain I'd been speaking to was going beside himself. He's going, oh my God, okay. And he goes, look, we're going to sort this out right now, stay here. They go off into the room, call me into the boss's room. Now, this is the vice president of the Department of Government Security. This is a big guy in the Greek police, right? The Greek state police. I come into his room, he says, what is the problem? I said, I think you know what my problem is. And he said, tell me what it is. And I said, I've been told all along these people aren't police that have been following me. I've been told all along that it is in my own mind. I'm imagining this. And I go to the loo, and there's the man. I've seen the man in this department. I've seen him. And he looks at me and he says, you didn't see a man. And I said,
yeah, but see, that's the New World Order mind game, Charlie. They say there's no Bilderberg group, there's no North American Union, there's no European Union, there's no Madoff, there's no Enron, there's no 14.8 trillion stolen. The police are now on U.S. television. They're being given this by psychiatrists, kicking people, drop kicking people in the head, saying, that's not a kick. We're adjusting his head. And then the cops laugh on TV. They laugh at us. We rule, you slaves. Okay, going back to Charlie Skelton. Charlie, remember I was joking last Thursday with you going, does Bilderberg exist? Does Spain exist? Does Portugal? Does Greece exist? Does the Mediterranean exist? Because he could have had those officers behind him. They would have kept playing. They teach them Delphi technique at other psychological schools, how to just freak people out, to just end the debate right there. He could have been the guy following you in the desk. He would have said, you're not feeling well. And then the Soviet Union, they said, take him away, give him injections. And then 6 months later, being given, 5-10 times the safe dosage of antipsychotics, they'll bring you into court drooling and say, see, he's mentally ill, commit him permanently to the state. And the judge says, that's right. And they take you and lobotomize you, and that's it. That's how they roll here in the U.S. That's how the globalists operate. So see, the next step, if you would have stayed in Greece, kept doing this, would have been electroshock therapy. And I'm not joking, Mr. Skelton. It would have been, he's insane. He sees imaginary things. And you could try to bring news articles in before the judge saying, look, it was in the newspaper. Bilderberg's real. And he would say, everyone knows you are insane. Take him away. Oh.